I didn't come out on Towie, I came out on This Morning, so I'd left the show for a few months afterwards. I had some time to think about things and sort of finally come clean, if you like, with kind of the battle that I was dealing with at the time. So,
Given your experience, how significant was it for you to be shortlisted for an award like this last year?
it was such a big deal for me to get to that place, to finally, you know, express how I felt, and for the LGBT community to be so welcoming and to recognise me as someone that could maybe help or be seen as a role model was just, it was a lovely feeling, and it just made me feel so much better about the whole situation. So it was amazing.
Daniel, how much are stories like this the reason that you have a ceremony like the LGBT Awards at all?
It's incredibly important. I mean, I work in the city at a law firm called CMS. I'm the head of capital markets and the diversity partner at the firm, and I run the LGBT group in the city. Role models are really, really important. If you look across the UK, it's really important to have a range of role models, and someone like Charlie's really important. Someone like I have a place to play. You know, we now have transgender senior judge on the High Court. Everyone has their role to play, because each individual who is out and who is themselves not only brings more to work and brings themselves to work, but also changes everyone who's around them. And so, you know, the more there's people like Charlie who are out and visible, the more it's easier for young people to come forward and say, I know who I am and I want to be me, and do that in an environment where they feel loved and supported, and also, you know, not thrown into the streets by their family and accepted and loved. So it's a really, really important issue for everyone. Does
that reflect the sort of response you've had since coming out, Charlie?
The response has been overwhelming, and as Daniel said, that, you know, the idea is we want to just make people feel okay with who they are. It's about inclusion. It's about the people that are working towards this equality, the straight allies that we recognise within the LGBT Awards as well. It's just showing that we are all one. And I've just launched my own blog. And the comments that come my way and the messages I get every week from people, you don't realise how important it is just for people to know that they've got someone to look up to or to relate to. It's amazing.
You're talking of straight allies, which you mentioned. I think for some people it might come as a surprise to hear the likes of Danny Dyer, to hear the likes of ex-directioner Zayn Malik, Zoella, the YouTube star, are also included on the shortlist this year. Why?
It's really, really important, because just like the He for She campaign that the UN does, you know, equality is an everybody issue. So to think that gender is only for women, gender is an everybody issue, because gender equality is critical for society. LGBT equality is really important for society. So I think people are realizing, you know, everyone having their civil rights, everyone having equality and fairness is an everybody issue. And, you know, really, you're not going to change the world just relying on other LGBT people. You need straight allies who are in positions of power and influence who can help you. So it's amazing to see artists like that, and celebrities, and also, you know, people in the city who are leaders across the UK, people stepping forward and saying equality is an issue for everyone. And I think that really is where, you know, it's about inclusion, not just about diversity. So every individual should be able to just be themselves and be successful.
For people wanting to get involved, to vote, I think I'm right in saying they can do. How can they find out more?
Right, you go online on the British LGBT. There's a whole category of there's a whole set of categories people can vote online. So everyone listening can contribute and go online and do that. There are other categories where there's a short list, but the judges and the judging panel, which I'm leading, will be making decisions on some of those. So, there's a huge opportunity for people to get involved and vote for people like Charlie.
People must vote. We want people to vote because we want the recognition.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much indeed for coming and telling us about it. I love the idea of it being dubbed the gay Oscars as well.
It really is.
It's really fun. I have to say, every year it gets more glamorous and more fun. But the great thing is it's celebrating something really, really important, because 10 years ago, you never would have imagined you'd be walking in a room, you know, filled with LGBT people and straight allies and celebrating our accomplishments in such a public way.
Yeah.
So,
and in many places around the world, you still couldn't, I'd imagine.
Exactly, and we need to celebrate that freedom and also think about how we can help and move forward to help those other people. Yeah. But we have a huge influence here in the UK through media and press. Things we do have a wider impact than just the UK, so it's great. So it's a good opportunity. People should vote. People should watch it when it's, I think it's going to be televised, and people should participate and support it.